Hi everyone, welcome to Crochet 101 at Cuyahoga Falls Library. My name is Marianne and I'm super excited to start crocheting with you all, whether you're a beginner or an experienced crocheter. So January's project is this cute little crooked mug cozy. It's perfect for any size travel mug and you can definitely customize it. So yeah, I'm going to start showing you how to make it. Alright, so to begin, I have my cotton yarn and I have a size H or 5mm hook. We are going to start with a simple slip knot. So take the end of the yarn, you're just going to make a loop just like that. You're going to leave a little bit of a tail here. Pull your yarn over this one, and then I'm just going to hold these two down, get this loop, pull it around my hook. Another easier way to do this, once you kind of get used to it, is you can make a loop with your fingers and then pull this string through. It's whatever is easiest for you. Alright, so I got my yarn onto my hook, and for the first row we are going to chain 21. So chain stitch, it's very simple. We're going to put this yarn over and just pull it through the loop. Now this is the yarn that is connected to the ball. Make sure you don't use your tail. I've definitely done that before. So that's one chain stitch. You can see one chain stitch. So we're going to do that again. We're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So now, see, my camera will focus there. We've got 1, 2, 3 chain stitches, and we need 21. So I'm just going to keep going. Over, through, yarn over. $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, so $18, $19, $20, $21. So that is our chain 21. And so now we're going to turn. We're going to go back and crochet along that chain. So when you turn, you always skip the first stitch. So I'm going to go into this second stitch. I'm just going to push my hook through that stitch. I'm going to yarn over, pull through one. So now I'm going to have 2 loops on my hook. And I'm going to yarn over and pull through both. That is a single crochet stitch. So normally your next chain stitch, it would be this one right here. If I were doing a normal row, I would go into that one. But to get that crooked mug cozy effect, what we're going to do is we are going to single crochet 2 into the same stitch. So you can see this is the stitch I just did. And this is the same stitch. I'm going to go back into that stitch, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through both. So I just do that on the end there. And then I'm going to single crochet all the way across until I get to the end. So I'm going to go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through 2. And you'll see single crochet stitches kind of look like that. So I have 4 because I did 2 in the same stitch, and then I did 2 other stitches for 4 total. And I'm going to keep going until I have 2 stitches left, and I will show you what that looks like when I get there. right, so I made it, did single crochet all the way across, so you'll see I have my 1 row now, and then I stopped when I had 2 stitches left, because again, in order to get that crooked effect, we are going to always decrease on this side and increase on this side. So a decrease is when you single crochet 2 stitches together. So I'm going to go into this stitch like normal, and I'm going to pull through 1, and then I'm going to go into another stitch. So it's a little tight, so I have to loosen it a little bit. Alright, so I went into that last stitch, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through that stitch. So I end up with 3 loops on my hook, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. And as you keep going, you're going to notice that it will start getting that crooked effect. Alright, so we finished our first row, and now we're going to go on to our second row. So I'm going to chain 1 to start. Have our little chain stitch there. We're going to turn, and when we turn, we are going to, instead of doing normal single crochet, we are going to do back loop only. So if you look at your crochet stitches, let me see if I can get there we go. If you look at your crochet stitches, you'll see that there's 2 loops. There's one in front and there's one in the back. Each of these little V shapes is a crochet stitch. So what we're going to do for back loop only, normal single crochet would be going through both of these loops. Get my camera to focus. We could be going through both of these loops. For back loop only, we are just going to go through the back loop. And that is how you get the ridges that you see in the final project. Alright, but we also need to single crochet 2 together at the beginning of row 2. So I'm going to go into this back loop, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through, and then I'm going to go into the next stitch, back loop only, yarn over, pull through 1, so now I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through all 3, and then I'm going to single crochet until I have 1 stitch left. But I'm going to single crochet in the back loop only. So yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to go back in. Is that only the back loop? Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And you will start to see that front loop is still visible, so you kind of start to get that ridge effect as you go across. Alright, so I did back loop only, so you'll see I have 1 little ridge across. I stopped when I had 1 stitch left. So remember to get that crooked effect, and you'll start to see it as we do a few more rows, but you're going to decrease on one side and always increase on the other. So in this case, we are going to go back loop only into this stitch. My camera, there we go. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. And then, before we turn, we're going to go back into that same stitch. So I'm going to go into that stitch, just do another single crochet. You'll see a kind of added one, so it's going this way. This one we're decreasing, so it's going this way. Alright, and now we are ready for row 3. So we are going to do a little chain stitch before we turn. We're going to turn our project over. And row 3 starts with an increase. So we're going to go into this back loop only. We're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, And then instead of going on to this stitch, which would be the next one, we're going to go into the same stitch, single crochet, 2 in 1 stitch. So that increased. And then we are going to single crochet, still in back loop only, all the way across until we only have 2 stitches left. You can use a stitch marker if you want, just to remind you when to stop. When you come to the in-person class, we will give you a stitch marker. I just don't have one with me right now. Remember, you're doing back loop only. 100% forgotten to do back loop only during this project and had to start over, but that's okay. All right, so you'll see we now have another ridge from that back loop only, and then I stopped when I had 2 stitches left, because what we're going to do is we're going to decrease on this side. So single crochet 2 together. So I'm going to go in to 1 stitch, yarn over and pull through 1. I have 2 on my hook, and then this last stitch, go into the back loop, yarn over, pull through 1. I have 3 on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. We're only 3 rows in, but you can already start to see. Put it down so you can see better. You can see it's going this way and then this way. So it's going to look really cool when we're finished. All right, so for the rest, you're going to do 26 rows total. You're going to end on an instance of row 3. So you're going to end after you single crochet 2 on an increase. That'll make more sense once we get there, so I can show you. But you're going to continue doing what we just did for 26 rows. We're going to chain. This is a decrease, so we're going to back loop, single crochet those 2 together. And don't worry if this video is not making a lot of sense, if you're totally lost. Once you come to the in-person class, this is what we're here for, is why we have the in-person class as well. This video is to supplement what we learn in the in-person class so that you can work on your project at home. So definitely don't worry if you're not following this video. Back loop, we're going to increase there, chain 1, turn, single crochet 2 in 1 stitch, continue back loop, single crochet all the way across. And stop when I have 2 left. I'm going to single crochet these 2 stitches together. All right, we're going to chain 1, turn, single crochet those 2 first stitches together, back loop, single crochet all the way across until I have 1 left. In my last stitch, which is this one, we're going to back loop, and this is an increase. I'm going to single crochet 2 in that stitch. So you will start to see and it's coming along. So I'm going to pause the video and keep going, and then I will show you how to finish your project. Alright, so you'll see I have all my rows now. You'll see the ridged effect from the back loop, but also the crooked effect. So now what we're going to do, I ended on a repeat of row 3, and that's important because we need our hook to be on this side. So this is the side where I just single crochet 2 together, and over here was where I was single crocheting 2 in the same stitch. So you want to be on this side. What we're going to do is we're going to fold our project in half, and you'll see that the edges match up just like that. So I'm going to go into, this is the chain stitch row that we did at the very beginning. So I'm going to put my hook in there, and I'm just going to slip stitch. And slip stitch is when you yarn over and you just pull it all the way through. So that connected it, and now I'm going to attach the 2 ends. So what I'm doing is I'm going into the single crochet hook and then going into the chain stitch. I want this, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. And I'm going to continue that all the way down. So I'm going to go into the single crochet, into the chain, yarn over, pull through. My yarn skein's getting a little bit tangled, as you can see. Apologies, I got a little off camera there. There we go. Yeah, you'll see they match up just like that. Alright, just a few more. Last stitch was a little tight there. Go in, yarn over, single crochet. And then to totally end, I'm going to cut my yarn right there. And I'm going to yarn over, pull through the 1, and then pull it tight. And then I have these 2 loose ends. What you can do is just weave those in. And kind of just weave them in through anywhere just to get them out of the way. So I'll just kind of pull them. And then I'll weave in this one. I didn't weave them in fully. I left a little bit of a tail. I'll probably trim those, but they will also just be on the inside, so it's not like they'll be visible anyway. Alright, so I wove in those ends a little bit. I'm going to trim them just so they're a little bit shorter. And then I'm going to turn this inside out. It doesn't really matter because the seam is pretty neat, but I'm going to turn it the other way. You still get that ridge, but the seam is a little bit neater. And there you have your crooked mug cozy. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in class in January. Thank you.